here with Nurture Your Pet. So today we're going to be discussing some of the best tips and tricks to help you welcome a new cat into your current home with a dog. I'm really excited to discuss this with you guys because I have actually been experiencing this myself recently. We just welcomed a 5-year-old Persian cat into our home with our 1.5-year-old miniature dachshund, and things have been getting a little bit intense. But in researching for this video, I have actually learned a lot myself, and I've noticed some pretty positive changes around here. So I'm really excited to share these tips with you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. So my first tip would be to make sure that you do have a confined space for both animals before you bring your new pet home. So say for instance that you're going to be bringing a cat into your home with your current dog. You want to make sure that your dog has a confined space that they are already used to, such as a kennel or maybe a playpen, just some sort of an area that they have access to and are comfortable. You just want to make sure that they do have a space that they're familiar and comfortable with, and that you can direct them to whenever you do welcome your new pet into your home. That goes for the cat as well. You want to make sure that your cat does have their own safe space that the dog does not have access to. So this would probably be where you're going to keep your litter box as well as their food. You're going to want to keep these things out of reach of your dog and probably in some sort of a closet or a corner somewhere up high and out of reach. Another thing that I would really like to stress is that you do make sure the litter box is out of reach from the dog. I've read a lot of horror stories about dogs getting into the litter box, and that is something you do want to avoid because your dog can get very sick from that kind of stuff. So I haven't experienced that yet, but just keep that in mind. So you also want to make sure that the safe space isn't the only place that your cat has access to away from the dog. Around your house, you're going to want to put some cat shelves, maybe a cat hammock. They also have options that you can perch along the window. That way your cat can look out the window during the day. The cat tree is also a great option as well. That way they have a place to scratch and they won't destroy your furniture. So my second point would be to swap the scents between the two animals. What I mean by swapping scents is making sure that they both get familiar with the scent of their new companion in a safe and controlled environment. So one of the best ways to do this is to place either animal's food on either side of a door. You're going to want to make sure the door is closed and that both animals do not have access to the other. This is just so that they can associate their scents with a positive thing, eating. So in eating their food around their new companion, they're not only getting familiar with them, but they're also associating them with good things. Another tip for this would be to switch their blankets or bedding. If your dog has a specific bed that he claims is his and is used to, obviously you don't want to give that to your cat. This should be done with something like a t-shirt that they sleep with, or blanket, or their comfort piece while they sleep. That's what you want to swap. So if your cat sleeps with a blanket and your dog sleeps with a blanket, switch them and they'll start associating that scent with snuggles and cuddle time. So my last tip would be to make sure that you maintain a routine for both animals. You don't want either one to feel disrupted by the presence of the other, so make sure that whatever schedule you've given them, you do stick to. This means that they're fed at the same time, they go to bed at the same time, they receive cuddles and affection at the same time. That way they don't feel threatened or intruded upon by the presence of their new friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you learned something new and something useful. I know I have in making this. Flynn and Leroy are starting to get along great, and I'm really excited to keep you guys updated with their progress. Be sure to like, share, and comment your success in bringing a new pet home, and I can't wait to hear your stories. Thanks for watching.